Welcome into the live tonight, everyone, on the YouTube side. Sorry we didn't go live instantly from TikTok. I had to charge the phone for a little bit. We're good now. Probably just a short one tonight. Hi, babies. Hello. Oh, careful. Someone fell down. Let's see if I can't actually close this then. Let's see here. There we go. I'll set my feet up on the chair here because these kittens like to nibble your toes. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Everyone had a good Thursday. Sometimes my favorite day of the week, but lately things have just been meh, you know? If anyone is new here, please be sure to subscribe. We're almost at our goal of 10,000. We actually had a goal of 5,000 for the entire year, and one of our videos hit approximately how many, like 16 million views or something like that. So it's been performing really well. We did get the majority of our followers from that one video. We need to make sure we can still get that many followers, or we want to hit 10,000 by the end of the year. Obviously the goal would be to hit 100,000 as fast as possible, but consistency is key. I can share some tips and tricks with you guys on how to avoid scammers who claim to sell Maine Coons but do not actually, or unethical breeders as well. I lump them into kind of the same thing. I mean, I think unethical breeders are scammers because they're not giving you the best possible thing they can. They'll say that they test their kings and queens, but they don't actually test them. And if they do, they only do a DNA and genetic panel, and they kind of trick people into thinking that's all you need, when it's not actually everything that you need. You need to be doing annual echocardiograms. You need to be doing hip tests, not just physical exams, but also making sure that you are doing x-rays. You need to x-ray their hips. You need to submit those x-rays to OFA or POPED, some sort of accredited institution that grades animals' hips. And you need to make sure those gradings are good. You need to check their patellas. You need to check their blood work. You need to do everything you possibly can to make sure that we are producing happy, healthy cats and kittens, because there are a lot of scammers out there and a lot of unethical breeders that cut corners and make the claims that they do testing, and then when it comes time to show the results of those tests, they do not actually have them. So if you guys are ever looking to get a bred animal, make sure that you ask them for their test results. If they will not share them, or if they refuse to, or if they don't have them, be sure to run the other way and find somebody else, because there are a lot of people that scam. There's another thing as well. A lot of scamming pages use other people's content. We just came across another one today that's been using our content and even our same name. So make sure you do your due diligence and double check, do a ton of research. If you think you've done enough research, do maybe twice as much. Make sure you ask for their website, if their domain, if their social media page is too new. That's a bit of a red flag. A lot of these scammer pages will just have, their pages up for a short time, and once they've scammed enough people, or once it gets taken down, they'll just go ahead and create another scammer page. So make sure you are doing your due diligence and study. We've been doing this for, I want to say, near 4 years now, actually. 3.5 years. We started with 3 cats, our Hugh, our Sasha, and our Thea. Thea is retired. Hugh is retired. Thea still has 1 litter in the other room, and we think she'll be having 1 more litter. Typically the amount of, the kitten is already a normal sized cat, isn't it? Yep. They're getting there. This is the mama right up there. She's quite big. Yeah, typically, I just had a brain fart. Anyway, oh, sorry, scared that one. We are located in Utah, Nikki Blair. We're located in Utah, but we have traveled our cats around the nation from California to Connecticut. So we do travel these kittens. We do have a flight nanny that can bring the cats to you. We can also do it. That'll typically less expensive than a flight nanny. The best possible way for you to save money, though, is to travel to us. So if you fly to the Salt Lake International Airport, we meet you at the airport with the kitten, and then you take the kitten with you. You just need to make sure you get your round trip ticket and a one-way pet fee on the way back. Oh, hello, are you playing? You're playing with my fingers, huh? If you're new here, please be sure to drop a sub. We try to go live every night on this side. We just dropped an update video for these kittens. It's their 9-week update video, and I also dropped their initial vet visit video, which is very important. Typically what they do at those vet visits, it's like any other vet visit except for breeders. It is a little different. We have fantastic vets that we attend to make sure these kittens are getting the best care possible. So the vet techs will come in first, and the vet techs will do a weight check and a temperature check. And they just started using ear thermometers. They're no longer doing rectal thermometry, thank heavens, because it was fairly uncomfortable for the kittens. The tortie girls are going at it right now. Anyway, so yeah, they'll perform those, and everyone in this litter checked out just fine. And then once that's done, the veterinarian will come in, the doctor will come in, and he will, or she, but ours is a guy. And we actually have quite a few vets that we have used. Any ethical breeder will actually have a variety of vets at their disposal that they use. At the location that we attend for our most of our visits, there are actually a few vets that help us out. I think there's Dr. Folland, Dr. Matt Folland, there's Dr. Nystrom, he's pretty good, and then Dr. B, she's really good too. So yeah, any good breeder, ethical breeder will have a variety of veterinarians at their disposal, and other locations as well. We do have a nearby location that we utilize for emergencies. Our sister-in-law also works at an advanced veterinary care, so that's always good to have in the back pocket. Hello, cat lover. Welcome in. Yeah, we love cats too. Don't we? Oh yeah, the tortie girls have got the zoomies right now. They're super cute, aren't they? Yeah, the doctors will check once they come in after the vet techs are done. The doctors will come in and they will perform another variety of checks that they are better trained to handle, like checking the reflexes from their pupils. They'll check their ears, they'll check their teeth, and then at our request, we actually also have these kittens' patellas checked. Patellas are the only thing that can be checked by just a regular physical exam. The hips, though, when you're testing the kings and queens hips, they need to be x-rayed and submitted, and you need to submit those x-rays for grading from paw pads and OFA. But the patellas, for the kittens, they can be checked physically. The doctor just checks their laxity, see how much movement they have, and if they're good, and everyone's checked out pretty fine. Smokey had one that was a little loose, but that is normal for a growing kitten, and the vet said that as he grows, it should go back into place. Most often they do just go, not back into place, I mean, they should tighten up, they should firm up as the kittens continue to grow. That's also why we have this rug in this room. It is a little bit more difficult to clean in here with the rug in the room. It does, tamper down on the amount of echo that's in here, but at the same time, this rug helps get the kittens some much needed grip under them, helps their claws to actually grip at something to strengthen their legs. Patellas are a little bit of an extra mile that we take to make sure that we are being as ethical as possible, and that we are making sure that there's nothing major going on with these kittens' health. But their heart's checked out just fine, which is one of the biggest things that is more prevalent in the Maine Coon cat breed. Is HCM is prevalent, which HCM can be detected through a DNA genetic test. But again, a DNA genetic test is the absolute bare minimum, and they're not actually getting a good physical look at their hearts. I mean, at this age, they can still do echocardiograms, but they're small and they can just hear for heart murmurs at this age. So they all checked out. None of them had a heart murmur. As they continue to age and as their heart grows, there can be other things that develop, which is why we perform annual echocardiograms on our kings and queens to make sure that there's nothing that is developing that could be a detriment to the breed. And that is what our goal is here, is to make sure that we are breeding the healthiest cats possible first. Health is first, temperament is second, and then show quality is third. A lot of people are like, oh, I just want a show quality cat, and they might be stunning cats, but then they might have hip dysplasia or they might have HCM, and HCM is not something that you really want to ever have to deal with, because one day your cat could be fine, the next day, unexplained, you'll find them gone. You know, there's no rhyme or reason to it, it seems, and then it turns out they had HCM, which is what we test for with DNA genetics, but also we test for annually with our kings and queens doing their echocardiograms, and that is not cheap. That is not cheap. Where are you going for holiday, Sharhul? Where are you going for holiday? These guys have the zoomies right now, some of them, and Mama's just having a nice, relaxing time on top of her perch. These two things used to be side by side, but we decided to put them up on that one on top of the other so Mama could get away from her kitten sometimes. She needs a break. Hong Kong Disneyland, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I've always wanted to try to go to a Disneyland that's not in the United States, especially in California, because California has gotten crazy. Too crowded, too expensive. Gaia. So this is our mama Gaia. She is a smoked tortie. So a tortoiseshell but smoke. And the smoke color is, I'll show you, it's better to see on a black smoke like this one right here. So this is a black smoke. You can tell the smokiness by just the dark top coat, and then if you go against the grain a bit, you can actually see the lighter undercoat. So if you notice right here on the side there, you see the light fur, that's the undercoat, and that's the smoky color. So all of the kittens were smokes. This one's a black smoke, that's another black smoke, and another black smoke, two other black smokes down there, as well as two other smoked torties, and then a red smoke. You can kind of, it's a little bit harder to tell on him just because, you know, he has it's not so contrasty with him. He doesn't have a dark fur, but he still has that lighter undercoat that you can see a little bit there. The mama is a smoked tortie and the papa is a black smoke, which is why you see so many other black smokes in this litter. Oh, your first time at Disneyland, fun. Disneyland was always fun for me growing up. I haven't been since, I think I was like 17 or something like that. But Disneyland is fun. It is very fun. And you know what? I think Disneyland Hong Kong is actually, I would imagine it's probably going to be better than Disneyland California, because it is packed at California. It is packed in California. I don't know what it'll be like in Hong Kong, but I think it's going to be a little bit better. These babies are 9 weeks old. Mama had 8 kittens, and all 8 of her kittens made it. And all the kittens in this room are reserved. They all have homes set aside for them. Well, let's go take a look at some of the other kittens, though. The ones that, I'll see ya, Sharhul. Have fun in Disneyland. Oh, sorry. We'll go to the other room. We'll see the kittens that are still available and whose applications have not opened up yet. This is our Irish setter, Annie. Hi. This is Amaya Paya, our solid black female. It's Sweet girl. And there's Vienna's tail hanging under the door. Hi, sweet girl. What's up? Anyway. All right. Let's head into the other room here for a little bit. We'll see Chessie's and Thea's kittens. Uh-oh. One of Thea's kittens has escaped and is playing tightrope walker. Here we go. I got you. You come over here to this one. Sweet girl. Here's Thea. She's a black smoke mama. Here's Chessie. She's a brown tick torby. They share this space. They are really good friends. They can cohabitate without any issues. So we have them in the same room. And they share the same enclosure. It's just split in half with that panel. Oh, next week on Tuesday. Okay, awesome. Well, be sure to come back and let us know how it went. We would love to hear how it went. So this is the Parent Trap litter. We haven't given them names yet. We're still waiting for their personalities to show. They are almost 4 weeks old, but yeah, their personalities will start to show here a little bit more soon. We are probably going to be keeping this one, though, for our program, a little Chessie Jr. or Meredith. We don't know what we're going to name her yet, but it's going to be one of those two. There are 3 boys and 5 girls in this litter, which is great because that's kind of the perfect amount of names, and the split between male and female that allows us to use all the names in the Parent Trap litter. So there's going to be a Hallie, there's going to be an Annie, there will be Elizabeth, a Meredith, and there will also be a Chessie Jr., who, it's funny right now, she's actually in the other kitten's pen right now. So the mama of this litter is Chessie, and we did name her after the Chessie from the Parent Trap, and so we figure, you know, it's probably smart to have a Chessie Jr. Huh? Is it going to be you, or is it going to be someone else? We thought perhaps maybe we would name the other Torby in this litter Chessie Jr. because she's the same type, but Kylie absolutely loves Chessie. She's her favorite. My wife, Kylie, I guess you guys don't. Since we're still kind of small on YouTube, we haven't gone live here much, and people might not know my wife unless they've seen us on TikTok as well. But yeah, Chessie is Kylie's favorite, and so I think she'll want to keep the one that will be named Chessie Jr. Now on this side, these guys are litter training right now. It's the outer space theme. This one got out again. Let's see, which one are you? Are you Black Smoke? Hi. You sniffing my hat? This is the Black Smoke girl. Hello. So in this litter, there are 2 boys and 3 girls. This one's a girl. The 2 solid blacks are also girls. And then the tabbies, like this one, are boys. The boys are Cirrus and Mars. And the girls are Vega, Venus, and Eclipse. Let's sit you down right back in there. There we go. Yeah, she is escaping. We do need to clean out their litter pen. We just cleaned it out like an hour ago, and it's already needing to be cleaned again. You kittens are messy, huh? But you are so darn cute. Look at that face. They're a little clumsy. They step in their bowls and stuff. But that's okay. That is part of the growing process. These kittens are just a week behind Thea's kittens, behind the outer space litter, so they're typically doing just about the same thing as they are. So these kittens will actually probably be weaning here in the next few days. If you guys are new here, again, please be sure to drop a follow, drop a subscribe. We post weekly update videos of these kittens. We just posted the older litters update video, as well as their first ever vet visit. It's really cute. You guys should go check it out. And then we also will be posting the update videos for Chessie's licking a baby that's not hers. We'll be posting an update video for these 2 litters in the coming couple of days. We'll probably do the majority of the rest of the filming tomorrow, and then we will post yeah, the other stuff later on. Hi, babies. What's up? You say hi? These babies eat a lot, don't you? So these kittens are weaning as well. They've got their wet food introduced to them, and they also have had some kibble mixed in there as well. We use a Purina 1 Plus kitten formula. It is one of the highest rated kibbles out there for cats. And kibble, by and large, the majority of kibble is not great, but the Purina 1 Plus is one of the best ones out there. And then we also give them as much wet food as they want. We use Health and Wellness. We also use Nulo, and then we also use Tiki Cat. Now, Tiki Cat was purchased by General Mills. It was a smaller company, and they were bought out by General Mills. But the formula apparently has not changed that much. Typically, when a larger corporation buys out one of the small guys, they change things to, make it. They keep the price the same, but then they start putting in cheap fillers to save a buck and to make more of a profit. But we haven't noticed much of a change from Tiki Cat, thank heavens. If you guys want any information on, some of the better foods to have, there is a forum that you can join on Facebook. It's called Feline Nutrition, Feed Cats Like Cats. It's one of the best pages out there. People drop notices on any recalls that have been made, their favorite things, and if things are good or bad. Highly recommended over on Facebook. It's called, again, Feline Nutrition, Feed Cats Like Cats. You do have to request into the group, but you should be approved unless you're a bot, Anyway. Well, we appreciate you guys being here with us tonight, just going live and hanging out with these adorable little kittens. There's a boy. That's the tabby boy that's in this litter. The red in this litter is also a boy. Let's see if we can't spot. Oh, there he is right there. This is the other boy right here. Not the one with this one right here is the boy. He's the only tabby with white that has a white spot on its tail. So we automatically know that that is the boy thanks to the white spot on his tail, just like his papa. Now, it might look like these kittens have some red in them, like a calico, but they are not red. That is not a red color for this boy specifically right here. He is going to be a black tabby with white like his papa, but his papa presented his black coat very warm in places. So if you notice right up here on his head and throughout his coat, there's some tabby striping that looks fairly warm. And that is his black coat. It just presents warmer than other places, but it is not officially red or orange like you would see on a boy like this red one over here. Now, some of the females might be somewhat of a torby with white. So the mama is a brown tick torby. A torby is a tabby tortie. Sometimes it's hard for me to get that right. Yeah, some of them might be with white, so a mama color with white. Others like that one, that is just a tabby. And then we also have another one in this litter who is going to be a torby, just like her mama. Speaking of mamas, here's Thea. She is a black smoke. She is from our very first generation of our kings and queens. We had 2 queens and 1 king to start. She is from the original group. We have bred her 4 times. Typically 5 is the max that you want to go, but they can be lower. You do not want to go past 5, really. It does vary queen to queen on if they can have more than, just a few, but 5 is typically the max that you want to have. With our queens, what we do is after they have gone out of their 2nd or 3rd heat post-labor, we will give them a melatonin chip, a slow dissolved melatonin chip to help suppress their heat for a few months as they recover. It has 0 negative effects, so there's no worry there, but yeah, it is something that we do to help the mamas be able to recover as well as possible, and for us to remain as ethical as possible. That way we're not just running the mamas through a mill as some people like to think we do. We do not run these mamas through a mill. We are not a kitten mill. We actually have a wait list, which is something that a lot of ethical breeders will have. If someone does not have a wait list and they're just pumping out kittens left and right, they are a profit first mentality and they are not an ethical breeder. You should not buy from them. They are sketchy as hell. Hi, Thea. She's a very good mama, too. Both of these mamas in here are very good mamas. Chessie is from our second generation. She was our third mama, wasn't she? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was our third mama. She's had 5 litters, so she's now at her end. So she has actually had more litters on a more consistent basis than Thea, because this mama goes into heat a little bit more. This mama doesn't go into heat quite as much. And Chess recovers very fast. She is a beefy girl. She's 18 pounds. This mama here, she's long. She's a very long girl, very long, but she's a little more dainty, so she does take a little bit longer to recover, but she is just fine. Get that little dish from under you, mama. She is a very sweet mama, and it is going to be, we always feel very bummed out that they have to retire. That's our tabby girl.
What has that been about?
Big stretch.
Some kittens eat, some kittens. Hello. The sound she's making. Since a Kovu Junior but female.
Yep. We have our actual Kovu Jr. up there. Oh, and we have our actual Kovu Jr. up there. Right there next to that one you're petting.
Oh.
Well, guys, I'm at 4% now. I think we're going to end the live here. But again, if you're new to the page, please be sure to drop a subscribe. We try to go live every night. We try to post something fresh every day. It's hard sometimes, but if you guys like kittens, if you like Maine Coons, or if you just like to hang out with us, drop subscribe, and we'll see you all again tomorrow. We do start our lives on TikTok usually at about 8 or 8:30, maybe a little bit later. But with the time change, it's been more around 8:30. So please be sure to join us on TikTok as well. We'll catch you all again next